right, folks, want to welcome everybody back to the Tuesday Night Racing Series here, obviously Tuesday nights at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. My name is Dylan Hastings, and we are at New Hampshire for the New Hampshire 175. All right, folks, I think I've got everything squared away tonight as far as the audio, the broadcasting, all of this stuff is set up so that we do not have any issues where I'm sitting here talking and you guys don't hear me. So I want to apologize for last week. We had just a situation where, unfortunately, I've been under the weather for about 7 days, and finally feeling a little decent to be able to put on this broadcast for you guys tonight. And I don't want to keep these guys waiting any longer to get out here on track and finish this regular season. So I want to give a big shout out, big congratulations to Matt Grenier there to win the pole this evening.
Hold the one to go, no go.
And we're going to throw the flag there just so we got an extra lap here to go through the grid. But I want to congratulate again Matt Grenier, like I said, on the pole. Bear with me just a second, folks, as I get through here. We may not be able to go through the entire field. Chris McLean's in second, Warren Keith's in third, Joseph Mahar fourth, Wyatt Brackett fifth, David Brackett sixth, Kip Easley seventh, Chris Bedwell eighth, Austin Shoemaker ninth, and Dustin Reeves is going to round out our top 10 drivers for this evening. Let's go ahead and go to the race information real quick before these guys get kicked off. The track temperature tonight is going to be 86 degrees Fahrenheit, so fairly cool. 68 degrees Fahrenheit outside. 37% humidity, partly cloudy, and 9-mile-an-hour winds. So should be fairly a lot of grip here for these guys tonight. I don't think that there's going to be any reason why it should be too slick out there for them, but we're going to keep an eye on that, and we're going to look forward to some exciting racing tonight. This is a very technical track, and folks, I want to apologize in advance if I do cough in your ear. Unfortunately, I'm trying to mute the mic before I do that. But these guys are coming back around here. Lights are off on the pace truck, and we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here once again for the Tuesday Night Racing Series. Next week, folks, is our Talladega race. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. A lot of drivers are looking forward to that. That is the last race of the regular season. We will crown our regular season champion. We will also know who our top 10 drivers will be that make it into the playoffs for the next round. So pace truck is going to dip off here in just a second. Excuse me. And the pace truck is off. These guys are going racing right now. Let's go. We're going to see if we're going to have a casualty here in turn one. It looks like everybody's being pretty cautious at the moment. Matt Grenier was excited to get to his home track, I believe, or one of his favorite tracks, I believe. Chris McLean's going to peek to the inside of the 15 here. He looks like he's going to try to take the inside lane. The outside lane seems to be it's really hard with this track because you got to kind of arc the corners. You got to kind of come in, kind of come down to the bottom, and then kind of swoop up to the wall. These guys are doing a great job so far. Everybody getting sorted out. We got a field of 26 trucks here on a small track. Anything can happen, obviously. Chris McLean has taken the lead at the moment, as you see there in the number 5. He might get the momentum off the corner here, though, even though he overdrove that corner just a little bit. Chris McLean now racing for Race Pass Motorsports here for the rest of the season, so we welcome him to the team. One of our independent drivers for the league. He's just been here consistently each and every week, and instead of being a free agent for the rest of the season.
Sorry, Dana.
And we have our first caution on the track here, so let's go ahead and see really quick who that involved. See if I can see. It looked like it was going to be Daniel Holcroft in the 43. And it looks like Daniel just slid up a little too much and hit Dana. See if Dana has too much, a lot of damage there. It looks like he's going to have some pretty significant damage to the front of that truck. Looks like everybody... We're going to see. It looks like everybody did a really good job as far as avoiding him, but he's going to have some significant damage to the front of that truck there. So we're going to go back to live conditions here. Looks like actually Dana Shepard is already, looked like he was smoking there. So his evening may already be, his evening may already be done unless he can get that damage repaired. That's unfortunate for that driver right there. We're going to be right back, folks, after this commercial real quick. We just got to take care of some admin duties. And there you go. You can see he just blew up. So that's going to be the end of his evening, unfortunately. Tough situation right there for the 43. All right, we're going to be right back, folks, and we'll get this thing squared away here.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, thanks again for your patience as we try to work through those admin duties here on our end. 31 is going to receive an EOL penalty there for the contact with the 43. Unfortunately, I believe the 43 again is going to be out of the race due to that incident there on the inside wall. So we've got one driver already out of the race. I don't believe anybody else has made or had contact or has damage at this point. So, but our top 5 drivers right now, as you see on the grid here, Chris McLean's out front, picked up 1 spot from where he started the race. Matt Grenier has lost 1 spot. He's down 1 spot there in P2 at the moment. Warren Keith still in P3. Joseph Haar currently still in P4. And Chris Bedwell has made up 3 spots here into the top 5 for that number 7. That is actually the teammate of the 43. So, again, tough circumstances there. Obviously, the 31 didn't intentionally mean to do that. It's just racing. And you can hear Chris McLean has chosen the top of the restart here. Lights are off on the pace truck here, folks. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing here when we come back around. May not do as much talking as I normally do here on the broadcast this evening just because of the situation here on my end. Unfortunately, I don't want to keep coughing in everybody's ear. So just bear with us here as we try to put this broadcast on for you guys tonight. Didn't think it was even going to happen, but thanks to the good Lord, I was able to actually get out of bed today. So, all right, folks. All right, pace truck is going to dip off the track here in just a second, and these guys are able to restart the race at their discretion. And you can see Chris McLean gets a great jump on the initial restart there. Gives him a little bit of room here to pick his lane as he chooses that center groove, which is really the preferred groove, it seems. These guys have a total of 5 tire sets tonight. You see, whoa, Austin Shoemaker, I believe that was Austin Shoemaker, got jubbled out there just a little bit. The stages tonight, folks, I don't know if I mentioned that here, and I apologize, is going to be 45 and 90. And again, we've got a total of 175 laps total this evening. So we have a lot of racing in store, obviously, so no reason to be aggressive here in the very beginning of the race. These laps do tick off pretty quickly if we stay under green flag conditions. Joseph Mahar there, currently in P3, he's elected to take that out, that top lane, and make it work for him. The 5 and the 15 right now, though, the way that things are working out here, these guys are pulling away from the field. And not to curse anybody here up front, but McLean has been strong all season long, but has had something impact his race, whether it be pit strategy or whether it be contact with somebody else throughout the race. As you can see, he overdrives the corner right there, but he's able to continue the momentum around the corner. 15's just not able to catch him there. Depends on how long the tires are going to stay in here. We're going to find out how aggressive you can really be on this initial plan, because I think if you get a little too aggressive, you're going to find out that the tires are going to burn off real quick, and the handling of the truck is just going to go away. And you can see the 15 is already making ground here in the corners. Hasn't been able to make a pass yet. This track is extremely hard to pass. 46 is struggling just a little bit. Him and the 88 right now battling for position. It looks like the 88 of Warren Kyle Keith is taking over that P3 spot. We got a battle back here for P3. Actually, P3, P4, P5. Bedwell has now taken over. Well, he's stayed in the P5 spot, but he's looking to take that position away from Joseph Mahar there in the 46. Joseph Mahar is going to carry the momentum, unfortunately, though, off the corner for Chris Bedwell. So it's going to be really hard for him to looks like that outside lane just is not the initial lane. Now again, we'll see how the tires hold up here for these guys, but the way that it seems at the moment, Brandon Robertson's jumped to the pits. I don't know if something happened with him. So right now we got a battle for the P3 spot. We're going to ride along with Chris Bedwell at the moment, as him and Warren Kyle Keith are going to try to. Keith's going to try to keep him back there in P3. You can see Keith just overdrives the corner just a little bit, takes the momentum. Now sometimes that's on purpose. Other times it is not, obviously. Unfortunately, like I was saying at the beginning of the broadcast here, the 3F Racing team consists of two drivers right now, Dana Shepard and Chris Bedwell. And then Dana Shepard, unfortunately, has been taken out of the race. You can see Bedwell's going to have to check up a little bit right here, but Keith is driving as hard as he possibly can to maintain that P3 spot. As you can see, Chris Bedwell definitely drove it in there. I don't know exactly. They must have made contact. don't think it was a lot of contact there, but I'm sure they made a little bit of contact there in the corner because he sent it in there. All right, well, let's see what the battle's like up here up front. Right now, again, we've got Matt Grenier and Chris McLean just kind of in a league of their own at the moment. They really do not have anybody challenging them for position. They're just kind of both turning laps at the moment as we tick the laps down here. We're currently lap 21. We're first stages at the conclusion, or not at the conclusion, excuse me, on lap 45. And the way it looks right now, these guys may put some guys a lap down or so. Let's go ahead and go through the field right now and see who our biggest mover is. Right now, the field is pretty well balanced out. Everybody's pretty well where they started the race for the most part. We've got a few guys that have picked up 2 spots here, 3 spots there. Looks like James Kunkel in the number 48 has picked up 5 spots. Between him and Chris Bedwell right now, they are our biggest movers of the race. So right now, James Kunkel up 5 spots, currently at P19. He's battling right now with Evan Bushmaster there in the 52 for the 18th spot. So we'll see if he gets that opportunity to take that 18th spot from Evan Bushmaster there. Barry Knapp right behind him there in the number 39. He's currently up 2 spots, currently in 20th. Daniel Holcroft, unfortunately, like I said, he made contact there with the 43. Doesn't have a lot of damage on his truck, but he did receive an EOL, so he had to start at the back of the field. Tony Edrington in the 77, he is up 2 spots. Daniel Holcroft, again, I want to mention real quick, is down 5 spots from where he started. And let's see, Brandon Robertson still in the pits. He might be having computer problems again. Unfortunate. I don't know if Brandon Robertson had computer problems last week or if it was Matt Grenier. There you see on your screen. Can't remember. It's hard to keep track of everybody. Our race leader, Chris McLean, has been dominant so far this evening. Right now, Matt Grenier and Chris McLean have led all of 25 laps between the 2 of these drivers. You can see Chris Bedwell, quite a bit of gap there behind him. He's currently about almost 5 seconds behind the race leader in P2 at the moment. And that's a lot of distance here between a track like this. Kip Easley out there tonight. He is currently down 1 spot from where he started the race in the number 27 for Four Horsemen Motorsports, but he is currently at P8 at the moment, but he has got both of the Shoemakers right there behind him. That was actually Chris Shoemaker in the very beginning of the race there that kind of got out of sorts there. You see the 51 of Ray Rogers and Austin Shoemaker right now kind of battling for that top 10 spot, which is our cutoff for stage points, or for bonus points, excuse me. So Wyatt Brackett at the moment, just to kind of get everybody perspective here. Right now, the regular season leader, points leader, is going to be Chris Bedwell. The second driver to challenge him for the potential to take the championship away, or the regular season championship away, is going to be that driver right there, the number 33 of Wyatt Brackett. He led most of the points there for the regular season, and then just based on circumstances throughout the regular season, he has lost the lead to Chris Bedwell. And so he has an opportunity, if he has a strong stages tonight and a strong race, he may be able to pick up that he may be able to regain the championship. Joseph Mahar is back one spot from where he was earlier. He's currently in P5. He's fallen off pace a little bit, it seems, so I don't know if maybe that high line was working for him. It looks like he's starting to use the bottom groove a little bit more, or the bottom part of that track. Warren Kyle Keith there in the number 88. He is he's maintained the race line that he's had for the most part for the entire race. He's just trying to run consistent laps just like everybody else tonight. So there's quite a bit of a gap here though between P3, P4, and P2. And so these guys are kind of out there just being able, just having to turn laps at the moment. We have not had any cautions other than that initial caution between the 43 and the 31. So we've got a stage coming up here at 45. I don't believe these guys are going to have to pit for fuel for this first stage. So we'll see how that all goes. But I do believe they're going to be able to race it out under green flag conditions for the entire stage itself. So let's go up to the front here and see where our race leaders are. See if they're getting ready to put anybody a lap down. So you can see that they've got some traffic coming up here, and we're going to ride along with Chris McLean there in the shiny number 5 here and see. Looks like the first driver that's at risk of going a lap down here is going to be David Harden in the number 34. And so we'll go ahead and ride along with Chris McLean for a little bit here and just kind of get his perspective. McLean has not been challenged yet by the 15 of Matt Grenier, and I don't know if that's intentional at the moment or if he's just kind of buying his time. We'll have to pay closer attention to that as the stage comes to a conclusion here. We've got 10 more laps to go before the conclusion of stage 1. So interesting, you can actually, I don't know if you guys can hear this on the broadcast, but McLean is actually shifting down, which I think I forgot that we did that quite a bit in this track. You'll hear him shift down. You'll hear him shift up right here. And I don't know that a lot of other drivers are doing that. And that's really where the struggle comes in for some of these guys. Let's see if we can hear if the 15 of Matt Grenier is doing that. Let's go ahead and ride along with him. I think he just downshifted. Yes, he did. All right, so we've got, so these guys are downshifting, which I anticipated was probably going to happen. But you can see the gap right here between Matt Grenier and Chris McLean. He cannot bridge that gap. Now there's a lot of lap traffic coming up here. As we see, we got a slide in the wall. We got James Kunkel in the wall. They've recollected themselves, so.
Caution's out.
And there is the caution. All right, folks, let's go ahead and take a look real quick. It looks like Tony Edrington has went off track, it says. Let's go ahead and take a look at that really quick. what that was all about. All right, let's go. Let me see. Bear with me a second here as we kind of come back around. So it looks like that might have been a little bit of a payback there for the 77 driving the 48 up into the wall. I think it was the next corner, so let me fast forward it real quick. It's right here. Yeah, so the 77 kind of drives 48
Lucky dog coming on the outside.
right into the wall. Let me see if I can get. Bear with me just a second, folks, as we try to sort this out here. Man, it's really hard to make a determination there. That's almost really a racing incident. Let me see about his steering wheel. All right, now I need to see what happened after that, because that's the part that. All right, so that stuff. All right, let's go back to live conditions here. And we're going to go to commercial break, folks. I'll be right back with you here as we get things sorted out, and be right back. Folks, we are back to green flag conditions here. Sorry
Dylan,
about that.
I got a black. He didn't catch me.
We had to sort a few things out here. Bear with me just a second here, folks. Again, I got to make a change really quick. And I think we're going to have another caution here in just a second. No, we did not. All right. Bear with me just a second, folks. Looks like the 88 paid back the 7 there for pushing them up the track earlier. We're going to be right.
James,
we're going to be right back.
77 each catching, so I got a black.
All right. All right, folks, sorry about that there. We just needed to sort some things out. All right, so Chris McLean is out front again. 88, though, has...
break.
Caution, sorry, caution.
And in between all that, we almost missed a stage. All right, folks, Chris McLean's going to win stage 1. Looks like Warren Key second, Wyatt Brackett third, Ray Rogers fourth, David Brackett fifth, Chris Bedwell sixth, Garrett Brown seventh, Richard Swaverly eighth, and I believe, no, I can't read it. So we're going to go ahead, folks, and go to commercial break. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I've got that all recorded down here for these guys.
Lucky dog, hi.
And we're going to be right back with you to get back to green flag conditions here. I apologize there for that little mix-up. We'll be right back, folks.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy.
Chris McLean charging back up here to the front. Holy moly, we got a mix up here for like top 5. We got Wyatt Brackett, we got Matt Grenier, we've got Jeremy Banner, 33 and the 52 are going to make a little bit of contact. He's trying to tell him, dude, you're...
Sorry, Wyatt.
Yeah, okay, man. Oh, Matt Grenier almost got his nose got off there by the 52. I don't know if I want to do that again. Whew. 52's getting a little close here on the back bumper. Zach Roberts out there says, am I the only one having issues trying to get to the stream? It's stuck on C4 commercial. Buddy, you must be, man. I don't really know. I'm looking on my end here. I've only got maybe about 1.5% GPU or CPU usage, so it's not freezing up on my end. Might want to try to close the browser and just kind of come back in. Let me know if you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube experiencing those issues, because lately Facebook Live has been doing that. And it's not the stream, it seems to be the overall. It's on an individual basis. Oh, we got the 88 goes around. You see, did he have any help? Did he have any help by anybody? Doesn't look like he had a lot of damage there, so let's go back and see real quick on that. All right, let me go back here and see this. These guys are getting a little chippy here. We're going to have to put that to rest. It's like the third time they've made contact with each other. Keith did a great job avoiding everybody. All right, folks, give me 1 second. We're going to go to commercial break. Be right back with you. Hopefully that'll fix it on your end, Zach, there. I apologize if you're not able to keep watching the broadcast. But we'll be right back, folks.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
Folks, thanks for your patience as we always work through these things. Tyler Dixon out front, our race leader at the moment. Chris McLean's made his way back up here into P2, and then we've got Wyatt Brackett, who's been battling his way up here to P3. Matt Grenier is P4. Chris Shoemaker's P5. Evan Bushmaster's maintained P6. Excuse me, P6. David Brackett P7. Jeremy Banner P8. Swavely's made his way up here into the top 10 here, currently P9. Austin Shoemaker P10. Now, they've kind of traded back and forth here, but they're in the top 10. All right, folks, we got 30 laps to go for the conclusion of stage 2. Lights are off on the pace truck, and we are going back to green flag racing here. We're going to have to keep an eye on the 88 and the 7. I'm not going to issue any warnings, but
Green
I
flag.
want these guys to be able to race it out, but can't have people wrecking each other. Five is going to get a good jump off there on the inside lane, but the 54 is carrying the momentum there on the outside. Matt Grenier is looking to make his way back up here. As you can see, it looks like he may be able to take over the P2 spot.
Hey, so I need a black flag cleared. I was passing under yellow.
You can look at your steps for me right there.
All right, we've got, man, we've got a big crash here. Hold on just a second here, folks, as I go back in. Let's see. These guys are slowing up here. I don't know exactly. Oh, man. Who is
Hey,
that?
so I need a black cleared for passing under yellow. I was dropping the EOL, but not everybody got around me. And I came in the pit. Can you EOL the pink car, Dylan? I blew up. I saw move, but
Brad, sorry for that little bit of contact, man. I had no clue you guys were wrecking, dude.
I'm good. I just don't know if I didn't bump somebody in the process of recovering from it.
All right,
Dude,
folks.
I was on the brakes hard when I saw that smoke, man. I had no clue.
All right, folks, we're going to be right back after these messages here. We're going to have to go
No
to
worries,
commercial
all
break.
good with me.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, sorry about that. A lot of admin duties tonight. So it looked like the 14 just made a little bit of, he was so far off the outside wall there. I think the 38 was kind of holding his line as he was coming off the corner. And the 14 just was quite a ways off the outside wall and clipped the back of the 38, brought him around and caused that incident there. And I think quite a few drivers got involved in that. There's quite a few drivers that have now got damage or blown up. So that's definitely gonna that is definitely going to shake up some things here. As let me see real quick. Looks like lights are off on the pace truck here, but we'll kind of go through the field and see how everybody's doing here. But we've got a lot of trucks, I believe, that just got taken out of the race. It says there were several drivers that crashed. I'm looking at their trucks right now, though. It doesn't look like that they were involved in that. They might have actually been around the track at the same time, but Grenier's trying to time that restart here with McLean. 33 is going to give the 54 a push. No, he's going to go around him. All right, so let's go through the field really quick and see. So Warren Kyle Keith just coming off a pit road, so unfortunately he had some damage there. He had to get fixed on that truck. Richard Swavey looks like he's probably parked it. Yeah, he's got some extensive damage. I know Garrett Brown has already put it on the hauler. Dustin Reeves has already put it on the hauler. Ray Rogers has already put it on the hauler. Brennan Robertson, again, he was involved in an incident there at the beginning of the race. He's still out here, but he was probably spotting for one of his teammates. Dana Shepard, unfortunately, involved again in another incident, it looked like. I don't know if that was for him for sure on track, but Chris McLean still our race leader at the moment. Again, we've had several changes in the race lead, but McLean and Matt Grenier have been the strongest this evening. Wyatt Brackett is also proven to be a driver that's figured out the track here, along with Tyler Dixon, who have maintained P3 and P4 at the moment. Joseph Mahar is still up here in the top 10, but he's currently right now at P7. Kip Easley, P8. Doesn't look like he's got any damage on his truck. Brad Fulham got a little bit of damage on his truck, not too extensive. Chris Bedwell, he's got some damage on the outside of his truck. Overall, he's got a clean front end. David Harden got a fairly clean truck. Logan Russell doesn't look like he's been hit at all. I guess that's a good thing. Evan Bushmaster, he's been able to keep it fairly clean as well. So at the moment, guys, just trying to sort it out here. Dana Shepard is back out there after blowing his engine. He's out there turning laps like a champ. It's good to see him back out there on track. Austin Shoemaker, he's got lots of front end damage there. He was given an EOL there for that last incident. Unfortunately, that part of the track where that incident happened, there was just nowhere to go for everybody. So let's see here. So we got Chris Bedwell currently in P9. Kip Easley's up here in P8. Joseph Mahar's P7. Chris Shoemaker is P6. David Brackett's P5. Tyler Dixon's P4. Doesn't look like he's got a lot of damage on the back of his truck, or on his truck, period. So he should be able to get a good strong finish tonight. Wyatt Brackett is now currently in P3. His truck's fairly clean, I believe. And then you got Matt Grenier, and we got Chris McLean out front. So as everybody kind of gets sorted out here, again, folks, we've got stage 2 is at the conclusion. I keep saying conclusion because we used to do it at the conclusion. Stage 2 is at lap 90. We're going to remember to close the pits and throw the stage caution at the right time this time. We do have a driver that's getting ready to go possibly another lap down or a lap down. I don't want to jinx Chris McLean tonight, but this could be his evening. We still got almost 100 laps to go in this race. Zach Roberts, if you're out there, buddy, let me know if you're still freezing up. That's interesting, folks. It's saying I've only been live for 20 minutes. What is going on here? What is going on? Hey, this software here lately has been really buggy. So what to do? Cut the stream off on Facebook? For those that are tuning in out there, can you guys let me know where you're watching the broadcast, because it's not showing live on Facebook.
Saw it, bud.
Well, I'm not really sure exactly what happened, folks, but I apologize if for some reason the broadcast has stopped broadcasting on Facebook. For some reason, it's only showing that I've been broadcasting for 23 minutes, but that's not true. I've been broadcasting for an hour. I don't know, folks. I'm not going to worry about it. We were on 3 different channels. One of them should be up.
Caution. Boston, you're doing a good job. You want to give us an update on that card?
All right, folks, looks like Chris McLean's going to take stage 2, Matt Grenier second, Wyatt Brackett third, David Brackett fourth, Chris Bedwell fifth, Chris Shoemaker sixth, Tyler Dixon seventh, Joseph Mahar eighth, Kip Easley ninth, and Brad Fulham rounds out the top 10 drivers for stage 2. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to check on this broadcasting deal here and figure out exactly what's going on. And we're going to go to commercial break right now here as I do that, and I'll be right back with you guys.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
right, folks. I'm not 100% sure exactly what happened there with the Facebook live stream, and apologize again in advance that happened. That's never actually ever happened to us before. So it somehow got disconnected on the live stream, and so that's what one of one of our audience members was saying. Matt Grenier is going to be our race leader. As he gets a good jump out front here, we'll see if he can maintain that lead. As he struggled all night to get around Chris McLean, but they've been pretty consistent as far as the speed. So we'll see if Matt Grenier can stay out front. Oh, the 5 gets a little loose there. He's going to lose some positions. But anyway, going back to the broadcast, folks, I posted the link to the YouTube broadcast, which is still up and running. I don't know. I think Twitch and YouTube are still running, but Facebook got disconnected for some reason. So wondered why the viewership was down a little bit, or why it dropped. Now, I don't usually pay attention to that anyways, but it's not that we don't appreciate you guys tuning in. It's just anytime that there's a sudden drop in viewership, there's usually something going on. Chris McLean's made his way back up here into P3 after getting a little loose there in the corner, but the 33 is also got his teammate there with the 15, so they're going to work together. They're going to try to keep McLean, I'm sure, behind him. And then we've got Bedwell in the number 7. Right behind McLean. Sound like somebody just hit the wall or wrecked. These guys are definitely pushing it in the corners, that is for sure. And as I said, folks, I apologize. I'm not talking as much as I normally do here tonight, but I didn't even think I was going to be able to broadcast tonight. So we're going to watch the battle up here for the top 3 positions, and then as the race starts to tick down a little bit here, we'll kind of go through the field and see where everybody's at. Right now, Kip Easley looks like he rounds out the top 10 at the moment. James Kunkel's currently 18th. Jeremy Banner 19th. Looks like he's got some damage there. I don't know if something just happened with him. Austin Shoemaker, he had some early damage. Tony Edrington had a little bit of damage. 52, Evan Bushbuster. I don't know what he was doing. He was right on the apron. Logan Russell's got a really clean truck tonight. Daniel Holcroft's out there, P12 at the moment. Brad Fulham, P11. Kip Easley again, P10. Warren Keith is got his way back up here into the top 10. In front of Keith is going to be Mahar. You got Tyler Dixon, David Brackett, Chris Shoemaker, Chris Bedwell, Chris McLean still in P3. Again, as I was mentioning to folks before, once you lose that lead, it's so difficult for you to get that lead back. And that was really what the goal was for Grenier, was he knew that if he could just get out in front of McLean, he would be able to hopefully maintain it for the rest of the race. If not the rest of the race, at least for this next pit cycle. With these guys having a total of 5 tire sets tonight, they should be able to, tires are not really an issue. So I would expect that if they go into the pits, again, that they're going to take tires. Shows Jeremy Banner's jumped to the pit, so he might have blown up. McLean's definitely pushing it on the corners to try to carry that momentum around.
Thank you.
You see Swavely gets out of their way there, but not the night he was hoping for sure. The five drives it in there. So the 15 is going to have the 5 in his rearview mirror again. The 33 is not going to give up that position easily, though. That's the kind of racing you want to see right there, though, folks, is being able to race door to door. Clean, give each other a little bit of room. And it looks like the 5 has now taken over the P2 spot. So I think talking with Matt Grenier last week, he was excited for this track. So, not last week, excuse me, the week before that. Unfortunately, last week, I mean, there was no way for me to broadcast, but also it actually ended up working out for us anyways, because there was a big update for iRacing, and there was some problems with Amazon. And that's who iRacing uses for their servers. And it affected a lot of different businesses overall throughout the world. And so we had to wait for that to come back online. And then it was kind of spotty. So we didn't want to have it, we didn't want to take a chance last week and have it to where we host a race and the guys can race it. And then mid-pack, they get disconnected because of a server issue. We have had that happen before in the Tuesday Night Racing Series, and it's not fun. And so instead of dealing with that, we decided to put the race off to this week. So. McInerney's blinking a little bit. That's the first time he's blinked, though. And his teammate, McInerney's teammate, is that number 33 truck right there of Wyatt Brackett. So looks like Richard Swavely has jumped to the pits. Looks like he's put it on the hauler for the evening. All right, folks, we got about 54 laps to go here. We are going to have a possible green flag pit stop, which could shake up everything here for the field. So we'll have to see exactly how that all plays out.
Sorry, Dane, I didn't mean to get into you, brother.
These guys are running pretty consistent laps. Well, Matt Grenier definitely knows that the strategy paid off for him as he got out front. He's been able to hold off Chris McLean this whole entire time. As they're kind of neck and neck, it's just a matter of who's going to get out front first and be able to maintain the lead. That's really who's going to win the race. And the way it stands at the moment, let me just look real quick.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So as it stands right now, the 15 and the 5 have neither stamped their place into the playoffs at the moment. So this is either one of their race if everything goes as planned here for these guys. If one of these drivers wins tonight, there's only one playoff spot left for a driver to make the playoffs either by points or by a win next week. That lap traffic definitely helped Chris McLean there get by the 15 of Matt Grenier. It slowed the 15 up just enough to where Chris McLean could get in front of him. And the number 5 is going to consume the lead. Definitely a really good battle going on here for the lead tonight. I know this is where we focused a lot of our time this evening, which is usually what I don't usually focus right on the leaders. But again, folks, if I was feeling better, I'd be doing a lot more tonight. Just double check and make sure Matt Grenier so with this race tonight, Matt Grenier would be eligible for the playoffs if he won. Chris McLean is already eligible. And it looks like we've already got some guys that have been taking pit stops. Looks like David Brackett, Tony Edrington just entered the pits. Looks like Matt Grenier, as well as the 33 of Wyatt Brackett, are going to come down to pit lane. Probably caught Chris McLean off by, I would expect probably Chris McLean's going to come in this lap. He knows if he stays out, he's going to get, it's going to hurt him. And that's what he does. He comes down. So this is probably going to be the last pit stop here for these guys. Our new race leader at the moment right now is going to be Chris Bedwell. He's going to have to come down, however, though, as well. I do not believe that he is pitted. Just double check here. No, Chris Bedwell has not pitted yet. So. No, so for right now, Chris Bedwell is out front, followed by Warren Keith in the 88, Tyler Dixon in the 54, Joseph Maher in the 46, Matt Grenier in the 15. Matt Grenier has already pitted. Chris McLean has already pitted. Wyatt Brackett's already pitted. And I believe the rest of these guys behind him may have just went into pit. So you can see that Bedwell is now coming into pit. Keith has elected to stay out here for at least one more lap. '52's got to be careful because he might be coming into pit here at some point in time. So. '52 looks like he's got some fresh rubber. You can see the gap that you can make with the fresh rubber. You can see the 88 right now. So the 88, the 7 just pitted. The 88 right now has put the 7 a lap down. So the 7 has just unlapped himself. If Keith doesn't come in, unfortunately, it might hurt him even more. But again, everybody's got a strategy here. So, and it looks like the 88 is now going to come out down for fuel and tires. All right, so I believe Tyler Dixon, Mahar, I do not believe have pitted yet. So those are going to be, Tyler Dixon's going to be our race leader, followed by Joseph Mahar in P2. And then Matt Grenier, once these guys cycle around here, Matt Grenier will be our new race leader, followed by Chris McLean in the 33 of Wyatt Brackett. Matt Grenier in the 15, though, has got himself a gap excuse me, between him and McLean. And if there's not a caution between now and the end of this race, that may be enough to shut him out. Folks, I'm going to have to step away for just a minute. I'm going to leave this running here for you guys. I will be right back as quickly as I possibly can.
Safe back there, Tony.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right, folks, I'm back. We've got 24 laps to go here. McInerney has looks like he's locked himself in here. Again, anything can happen between now and the end of this race here, but Chris McLean has got quite a gap here to make up.
You can have the bottom.
Thanks, buddy.
I don't know. It looks like Chris McLean may catch the 15. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to keep an eye on these guys out front here with 22 to go.
Sorry, Matt, I didn't mean to do that.
You're good.
You go, Tyler.
This lap traffic may benefit Chris McLean. And bridging this gap that he's got to try to make up here with 18 laps to go. Yeah, I got to give a hats off to Dana Shepard. Sound like somebody just crashed. Oh. Tyler Dixon just slid it.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Thanks, man. I don't know what happened there. It might have been netcode or I got you. I'm sorry if it was me.
No worries, man.
The 5's definitely bridging the gap here. We'll see if he's able to make it happen. Right now, his teammate, number 5's teammate, is in front of the 15. However, not a lot of people probably know that. And the 46 is not going to intentionally hold up the 15 after he just let him pass. So.
Yes, sir.
Plain's doing everything he can right now to try to get back up here in front of McInerney. So this right now, folks, is the battle for the race lead and the race win, for that matter, with 9 laps to go. We've got Matt Grenier of Black Car Mafia in first place, and then we've got Chris McLean for Race Pass Motorsports, and then number 5 right behind him at the moment. Now these guys are they're fighting lap traffic, but they're also battling for the lead here. So they're doing everything they can to try to get around this lap traffic. And the 5 may take over first place here. Oh, they make contact.
Caution, caution.
All right, we're going to have to throw the caution on that one. All right, let's go back.
Look at your temps when you're on track right after that caution fell.
My bad, Matt. That was not intentional. I got to lose.
Where did that go? Let me just see real quick. Well, Matt did not sustain any damage there. All right, folks, we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back after we get this all sorted out.
Chris.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
Folks, we've got 4 laps to go, 1 green white checkered attempt, and quite a few trucks that want to win. Unfortunately, Chris McLean had to receive an EOL for that incident there. The 15 was able to recollect himself. He's still got an opportunity to win this race. Chris Bedwell's now out front.
Green flag.
Rick.
There we go, folks. We have our race winner. It's going to be Wyatt Brackett in the number 33. Strong finish for him tonight. Exactly what he needed. Chris Bedwell finished as second. McNamara finished as third. Warren Keith finished as fourth. Chris Shoemaker finished as fifth. Kip Easley sixth. Brad Fulham, another strong night, finished as seventh. Joseph Mahar finishes 8th. Chris McLean makes his way back up here to P9. And then David Brackett rounds out our top 10 drivers for the evening. All right, folks, we're going to go to one last commercial break as we get this. Let's go ahead and watch our race winner burn it down here. And then we're going to go to commercial break shortly after this. And we're going to make it pretty quick, folks, as far as the driver interviews here. And then we're going to call it a night. So I appreciate you all with your patience and tuning in, as always. There's always got to be a hiccup somewhere. I'm not really sure why the Facebook group got disconnected on us, but hopefully you're able to tune in on the YouTube or Twitch channel. So all right, just like that, we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back with you, folks.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drinks. That's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, and just like that, we have our race winner, Mr. Wyatt Brackett. It's been a pretty awesome race to watch this evening, buddy. Congratulations on your race win. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. But I was actually saying at the beginning of the broadcast that, you know, if there's any night that if there's any night that you really needed to kind of finish strong and try to put yourself back up in top of the championship standings, it was tonight. So don't know if it really made a huge dent, simply because Chris Bedwell, I think, finished second. So, but you know, as far as the strong stages, though, I think you definitely got some more points there to put towards that that total. So, but give your shout outs, man, and then we're going to call it an evening.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to my teammates once again, always working together and always talking and just trying to spread out our strat. We're not always all on the same strategy, but we try and spread it out so one of us can get the win. Matt really was there tonight, and so wasn't Chris. I mean, it really should have been them, but they had that incident which restarted everything and changed everything up, and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. So I gotta just give a big shout out to Matt, man. He's on another level on this track, and this should have been him. So.
Yeah, he definitely. I knew it was either going to be McLean or Grenier. I mean, that's really what I thought was going to happen. Obviously, with the incident that happened, it kind of mixed things up. But thankfully, the 15 didn't sustain any damage that put him to where he would drop back even further. So at least he still got a P3 out of it. But all in all, it was a long race, but it was an exciting race to watch. Unfortunately, I probably didn't do my best as far as the broadcasting goes, but all in all, yeah, he definitely was on rails all night. I mean, he had his lines figured out and was just hitting his mark each and every time. And it was interesting that when he finally made the play to get out in front, he stayed out in front. And it's very difficult to pass here. So, which goes to prove, as soon as you got around Bedwell there in that restart, there was no catching you. So, congratulations again on a P1, though.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, buddy. I'll be excited to see what the points look like after this evening, but we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, Dylan. Hope you feel better.
Thanks, man. All right, folks, let's go ahead and hear from our second place finisher, Mr. Chris Bedwell, for 3F Racing here. He had a very strong night in the number 7 truck, and let's go ahead and hear from him real quick. Congratulations, Chris, on a P2. Obviously, you almost had a P1 there out of it, but all in all, buddy, congratulations and good race.
Yeah, thanks, Dylan. That was a rough night. Just seemed to have a magnet with a couple trucks out there. Nothing personal. I know one is pretty upset with me, but, we'll just leave that if he wants to reach out. Nothing personal. And I suppose I'll reach out to him, too. But I had maybe 5th, 6th, 7th place speed, and I took 2 tires there on that last pit stop, and that was the only way I was going to even have a shot at a top 3. But I just couldn't figure the place out. Everybody was shifting, and then I started shifting, and then it was just it was a rough night for me. Very happy with the second. Good points night. Wyatt did what he needed to do and won and closed the gap. So on to Talladega, and we'll see what happens.
For sure, buddy. Well, listen, man, congratulations again. We'll see where the points end up after this evening, but look forward to seeing you guys in Talladega next week, and hopefully I'm feeling even better. So.
But you're sounding better than you were in the drivers' meeting, so maybe all that talking got it loosened up for you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, there you go. Now you're coughing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was
trying
to
give a
go ahead, buddy.
Shout out to George. George Williams helped me out a lot in spotting tonight, and made all my pit calls for me, and it was his idea to take 2 tires, so that was all him on that one. I would have just taken 4 and gotten what I got, so all him.
Good job, man. All right, buddy. Thank you, man. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Dylan. See ya.
Yep, see you. All right, folks. Last but never least, Mr. Matt Grenier. We're going to hear from him here. And what a strong performance, buddy, tonight. I got to tell you. I mean, literally overall, it was a pleasure to watch your race. But this definitely was your track, and you proved it. Obviously, there was that incident with Chris McLean there with about 6-9 laps to go, whatever it was there, that kind of changed things up a little bit here for you. But glad you didn't sustain any damage on that. Obviously, it wasn't intentional on his part, and all around, you still finished P3. So congratulations. Give your shout-outs, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you. Definitely dejected a little bit. I worked my tail off for that. He may have got me. If the contact didn't happen, he may have got me there.
Yeah, he was catching you. He was catching
you. He was catching me. I knew that, but we gave it everything we had. I said last week there that this is my favorite track, home track, and I'm going to come out and give it everything I had because I need the win. But we did all we could. We just came up a couple positions short tonight, so it's a tough one, but proud of the performance. Definitely was strong. So
yeah, you should definitely be proud of the performance for sure.
So just got to thank Team New England. Thank Brandon there. I know he had a tough race, but he was spotting for us. And
what happened to him?
He got caught up in an accident. He had a work call that he had to take right as we started the race, so he ended up a number of laps down. Then he ended up getting caught up in an accident. So he just parked it and spotted for us and helped us with strategy. So as usual, can't thank him enough. Wyatt as well. Congrats to him on the W there, and then Logan and David Brackett with good finishes there, and then of course got to thank my parents and for watching, and my fiance for letting me do this each week. So
yeah,
and of course and you for everything you do, and I know you're feeling a little not feeling great, so I hope you get better, and appreciate your efforts too.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Well, you have to apologize to your parents if they were tuning in on Facebook. For some reason, the Facebook broadcast got disconnected about an hour in, I think. I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but the YouTube channel, so if you guys want to go back and watch it, the YouTube link is the entire race. I'm not really sure. That's never happened to us before, so... But all in all, buddy, it was a great performance. You put on a great race. You raced clean. You raced everybody clean. You guys communicated. It was actually a pleasure to watch you and Chris going back and forth. When you took that opportunity to get out in front of them there, it paid off for you because you were able to maintain it for quite a while. I honestly thought you were going to run away with the race there, and then he caught you. And again, I'm sure he reached out to you and apologized. He's not a driver that would turn somebody intentionally. So
yeah, we talked already. We're good.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate. But I'm glad you didn't sustain any damage to where it would have put you before further back than P3. So, but all around, you took a podium, and we'll get the points updated and look forward to seeing you next week at Talladega. That's going to be anybody's race, obviously.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dylan.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
All right, folks. You've heard it from all three of our drivers this evening. Let me just go real quick through the final grid, and then I'm going to hang this thing up for the evening here, folks, as I'm not feeling that good here. Let's see. Give me 1 second here as I pull up the results. Final results for the New Hampshire 175 is going to be, again, we heard from Wyatt Brackett, we heard from Chris Bedwell and Mac Renier. Warren Kyle Keith finishes 4th, Chris Shoemaker 5th. Kip Easley rounds out 6th place tonight. Congratulations to him. Brad Fulham 7th, a great finish to him. Joseph Mahar finishes 8th, good finish for him as well. Chris McLean finishes 9th. David Brackett 10th, Tyler Dixon 11th. Logan Russell 12th, Daniel Holcroft 13th, Evan Bushmaster 14th, Tony Edrington 15th, Austin Shoemaker 16th, David Harden 17th, James Kunkel 18th. Why is this thing not changing? There we go. Barry Knapp 19th, Dana Shepard 20th, Jeremy Banner 21st, Richard Swavely 22nd, Garrett Brown 23rd, Dustin Reeves 24th, Ray Rogers 25th, Brandon Robertson 26th, and that rounds out our entire race field for this evening. Folks, I want to thank you again for your patience as we put this broadcast on this evening. This really wasn't even supposed to happen this evening. I felt obligated to the guys that I get on here and try to put this broadcast on for these guys after they've been waiting patiently for 2 weeks to get back in the sim and finish out the regular season here with the Tuesday Night Racing Series. We've got one more race. Talladega is next week. It's sure to be an exciting race, and we will be bringing that broadcast to you, God willingly, as long as nothing major happens. And I want to thank you all for your patience and for your continued support for this league and for your drivers here in the Tuesday Night Racing Series. I want to thank our sponsors as well. Thomas Light Electric Company, General Contractors, 80K Coolers, 80K Outdoor Brands. And I want to thank Rhymeset Coin as well. They've all taken a leap here to support this league and provide a donation or sponsorship of some sort to get their brands out there, but also to support the league or one of their drivers. I truly appreciate all of their support as well. We look forward to Season 4 coming up here soon, actually kicking off next year. We've got an action-packed schedule. We got a lot of new drivers coming on board. We still have a lot of room for drivers that if you want to bring your teams or you want to bring just yourself as a charter driver, just reach out to us through Facebook chat. Some of you may have already reached out through Facebook chat. We will be getting back to you soon. Just hang in there for right now, and truly appreciate your interest in this league and what we're doing. So with that said, folks, thanks again so much. Again, my name is Dylan Hastings. We're going to sign off here for this evening. Thanks again for tuning in. See you next week.